Hello, everyone. Welcome to the wrong one.
Wow.
Don't cut it. Don't edit it.
Nope. Not editing.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Boss Rush After Dark. The Boss Rush After Dark. Jeez, am I that caffeine deprived right now?
Drink some caffeine.
All I have is water right now. You guys would get mad at me because I'd have to go downstairs and make the coffee,
You're
get the energy drink.
You're right.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Boss Rush After Dark, the alternative podcast show for the Boss Rush Network. I am LeRon Dawkins, and my people, they're all back tonight. Well, I mean, Stephanie was here with me last week. That other guy, though, he decided he was better than we were, right, Stephanie?
He was actually living out the After Dark experience.
Exactly.
Okay. It wasn't. Yeah, you're right. I was.
All right. As always, by my side is the wonderful lady boss of the Boss Rush Network writing team, Stephanie Klimov.
Hey, it's all right. I'm running out of steam as well.
and that guy Corey is back with us tonight.
I am. And guess what? I'm going to wear these the whole show.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Oh, God. The douchebaggery has begun.
Yeah.
How's everybody going? How's everybody doing?
I feel like a douche in these, with a good douche. You know, not one
good
of those.
douche?
Not one of those bad ones.
I need a woman's opinion on this. Is there such thing as a good douche?
I don't really want to know any of this.
Douching is not recommended, so there's no good douche.
There you have it.
I literally can't see you guys right now, so I'm going to take these off.
For a second there, I thought he was about to live out his John Cena phase.
What, like I was just going to disappear or something?
You can't see me like that.
Like this? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Just like that.
I'm just kidding. The sad thing is these glasses are really comfortable. Like, they're really comfortable. But I look like a douche. And I can't see. So, like, what's the point?
You know, it could have been worse. You could have had them damn Kanye West stunner shades.
I could, but I also don't have, $50,000 to buy sunglasses that'll get broken by my child in 2 hours.
Just walk into a mall and buy the cheap ass window blind shades. Come on, man.
I could, but that requires me to leave my house. Didn't we just spend 3 episodes talking about COVID, how terrible COVID is? I'm not leaving my house.
I have to leave my house all the time for work. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's that IT guy work from home thing. So it's like people call and it's like, do I really have to come to your office today? Like, damn it, can't you fix your own goddamn printer?
I mean, I get to work from home now. It's nice, except for when my children are screaming. But
Stephanie, you actually still hold office hours, don't you? Like, you still have to go into an actual corporate, or are you also doing the from home thing?
No, not anymore. I recently changed jobs. I mean, the other job was remote, but it was going to go back into a hybrid model. But the job I'm now in is full remote. Once, quote unquote, COVID is over, which we all know it won't, but once it's more whatever
endemic.
Exactly. I might be so inclined to visit my client maybe 2 to 4 times a year, just because it's meeting your client. But other than that, it's just full on dedicated remote, which I don't know. I'm not thrilled about, but I'll do it.
Is it sad that when she said when it's over, I automatically thought of Sugar Ray? When it's over.
Oh, man.
Man, throwback.
I know. Man.
Heard that in a while.
Sugar Ray, man. Classic.
Does Mark McGrath actually look his age now? I haven't seen the dude in years. Like, does he finally look like his age? Because I know he's like, I think he's older than I am.
I don't know.
Oh wow.
I don't know. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie to you, LeRon. I don't really look him up on a daily basis to tell you what he looks like.
I don't look
days.
him up on a daily basis neither. But usually when someone talks about Sugar Ray, the first thing I think of is like how the lead singer does not look his age.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. He does not.
Well, we're not talking about Sugar Ray.
I mean, we could talk about Sugar Ray. I don't want to, but we could theoretically.
Nah. We don't need to talk about Sugar Ray.
Okay, it's fine. I don't really have much to say about him anyway.
Oh, we don't want to lose any potential.
Patreon we appreciate our audience. We do.
Yeah, we don't want to torture you.
I could sing some Sugar Ray for you if you want.
Nope.
You know what?
Let's move on. Topic. Let's go.
On that note, this is Boss Rush After Dark, the new show from the Boss Rush Network, where each and every week we get together with our friends sometimes to discuss and debate topics aimed more towards our adult audience. And this all ranges from things to dating, to life tragedies, to relationships, to travel, among other things. We can talk about food every now and then. We haven't done that yet on this show, have we?
And when you say travel, every week when you say travel, I'm like, dang it, I gotta write that down. Like, that would be great.
Yeah.
Fantasize about traveling again.
All right. If you're wondering how you can check us out, you can get the show early on Patreon, which is patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. Early on Patreon every Saturday, or on YouTube, podcast services, or our website 2 weeks later for free. So just remember, for the cost of $1, you can check us out on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't want to spend that $1, we understand. Like, $1 is kind of hard to come by in this day and age and this economy and all this stuff. We have inflation going on. Thank God we haven't adjusted our prices for inflation yet. You can check it out 2 weeks later. As always, leave us a 5-star review on iTunes and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Remember, you can find all of our content on our parent website, bossrush.net. All right, so
yeah,
this is my favorite night of the week, and that's saying something, because the Crossroads guys get really bent out of shape when they hear me say that on any night that's not Tuesday night.
Well, it's apparently your Crossroads crew doesn't like Tuesday nights either. Sometimes.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I know. I don't know. Good help is hard to find. I don't know.
I told you the way that Arsenal X and Crossroads hosts are dropping. We might as well just combine the show.
Combine the shows, yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Not a terrible idea. At this point,
it's not.
By the way, though,
no, it's not, because I feel like ultimately Microsoft and Sony are gonna marry each other anyway.
Yeah, somebody's gonna buy. Microsoft will buy Sony someday and be like, "Haha, we won."
Now Sony's gonna play hard to get first,
and then still release a PlayStation alongside the Xbox. PlayStation will just have Game Pass now. That's what Spartacus is. It's just Microsoft's planning to buy PlayStation, and then they'll have Game Pass, and then they won't have to worry about it. I joke.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh boy.
We'll see how that comment lasts.
It's been an interesting week as far as gaming goes. So, like, if you guys are listening to this two weeks from now, Sony acquired Bungie.
Yeah, let's not. We'll save that for later.
Yeah, we will. Yeah. We will.
And on goes the glasses.
I'm hiding my disappointment.
Well, I had to look it up and remind myself what Bungie makes. Just sorry, I don't play their games. And I'm like, oh, Destiny.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're about to break somebody's heart.
Well, but Bungie going to PlayStation. I'm like, there's gonna be some shifting.
What's interesting about this is, like, Bungie starts off with Microsoft.
Actually, they started off with Apple.
Oh yeah, that's right. They started off with Apple. Then they went up with Microsoft. Then they go independent for like a hot second. Wound up with Activision. Go back to being independent, and now they have Sony has acquired them, well, is acquiring them, like technically it still seems like a free agency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Hence,
there's a lot.
hence
If like we talked a lot about it on Tower Casuals, there's a whole episode on it. You can go listen to that if you want. But like,
yeah.
basically, it just sounds like Bungie wants to become a big multimedia company. They want to do TV shows and movies and comic books and everything. And Sony owns Sony Pictures, Columbia TriStar. They have that. They own Crunchyroll and Funimation. They also have that 10-year contract with Netflix, with their, with Sony Pictures, and they have a stake in Dark Horse. So like everything that Bungie wants to grow Destiny and their future IP, they have, like, Sony owns it. Not PlayStation, just Sony in general, right? I mean, technically they could put it under PlayStation Pictures if they truly wanted to, but like everything that Bungie wants, Sony can offer them, and this deal feels like Bungie's going to be able to do that with their IP, and Sony is going to be able to leverage Bungie's game as a service style progression. They're going to be able to leverage their matchmaking. They're going to be able to leverage their expertise in multiplayer stuff. So that's what the deal seems like. But Bungie is still going to be multi-platform for at least their next few games. Destiny, if there's a Destiny 3 or whatever comes after the Light and Dark saga, is going to be multiplayer or multi-platform. So, yeah, not to get too much into games on this show, because I know that's not really what.
Yeah, no, we're not. Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Just to catch everybody up, I guess. Sorry, this really kind of surprised everybody, I think, this week.
It did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and start rolling off with the topics.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
You do.
I do? Okay. All right.
I don't know. Maybe Stephanie does. I don't know.
No, I like both y'all's topics, so we're gonna stick with that.
All right. Well. Earlier in the conversation, we were talking about Jude Law, and we're like, come on, like as good as this guy looks, like you should never act like a prude in anything that you do and stuff like that. So, and then from there spun off a quick little conversation about like naming your price. Like how much money is enough for you to do something that's uncharacteristic for you to do it.
But it also depends on like what is that uncharacteristic thing, because it could be anything from streaking to murdering someone.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's not do it. Okay, let's not talk about anything that can wind you in prison for a life sentence. Let's
also,
not do that.
Is this a situation where I have to wear a shirt that says I'm not gay, but $20 is $20? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
So, okay, do you have like a list of things that we have to do to name a price?
I didn't want to go there, but I mean, how fluid are you with your sexuality?
I mean, I'm comfortable with it. I don't care. Whatever.
Okay then. All right then. Well then. Okay. Kiss another man. Like full on kiss.
What is a full on kiss? Is it just like
with tongue?
With tongue?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I would probably do that for just like a really, really nice dinner and like a vacation. I don't know. I don't know. Like $100 maybe. I don't know. It's not.
Man,
that's not that bad.
I feel like a really nice dinner is good enough right there. Yeah,
a good, really nice dinner could be $100 or more. So
that is true. Yeah,
not around here.
You gotta be careful
with drinks.
You gotta be careful though with some guys though. Like they give you a really nice dinner, they're expecting more than a kiss.
And that's why I put these on and be like. These are coming back for a while on After Dark. I'm telling you. They're just going to sit right here, and I'll put them on when I have something important to make a comedic impression.
Let's Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it.
How
Let's
am
do
I
it. Let's do it.
supposed? So how am I supposed to
What?
ask you guys that question? Because you guys are both.
We're more sexually fluid than you are.
Yeah.
But I'm
So
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I have some boundaries. I know I do. I have some boundaries. You know, like I think I know Stephanie pretty well to say I know that she has a few boundaries herself.
Oh, let's push these boundaries. Let's go.
oh
Okay.
God, Stephanie's ready. I don't know if I should be a part of this conversation.
All right. Well, I'll tell you. Well, I'll tell you this. There's no amount of money in the world that I'm going to allow a woman to peg me. There's no amount of money in the world, and that's from a bisexual man who's comfortable in his sexuality, who's done practically everything that men and women can do together. You know,
Just spit on it, LeRon. It'll be fine. Spit is
What
spit is the
is it
devil. This
about
lube.
a woman pegging you that is just like a hard no?
okay,
Hard.
you know, okay, a hard no. Okay, honestly, what it is, given that, you know, I'm a man, and you know, like I'm the person that usually is doing all the penetrative sex and stuff like that. You know, like, you know, I have something, you know, that's attached to me that, you know, I can get the feelings and sensations for and stuff like that. So therefore, I also have an idea of when I may be hurting my partner. You know, because sometimes you just know. You know, because when you get to a certain point where you're actually like comfortable with other people and having sex with them and stuff like that, you get to a point where you realize that, you know, like not people are not going to want to hurt your feelings sometimes. So like you may be causing them discomfort and they won't say anything, stuff like that. So bearing that in mind, the reason why I will not let a woman peg me, by pegging, for the people who are uninitiated and don't know what it is, it's usually when you have someone. It doesn't have to be the opposite sex either. Usually when you have somebody that is using a strap on in the same manner that you normally would have penetrative sex with. So now that I put all that out the way and everything, the reason why I would not let a woman peg me is because specifically there are no nerve endings in the device that is being used to penetrate me. So the problem is that, you know, like I might be getting hurt and they won't even realize it until I say, "Hey, you are ruining my shit back there."
You are ruining my shit back there. That means two
Okay.
things.
And that and that's really the end all be all, because you know Stephanie, you work in the field of medicine. So you know about when a man's dick like gets bent. That's like the world's worst thing. But guess what? Like most strap-ons, most vibrators, most dildos and stuff are pretty flexible, but still have some firmness and stuff like that. So like it will bend, and the person who's using it doesn't even know that just happened inside somebody else's body.
Fair point. I can understand and respect that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Plus, like,
There you go. That's why there's no amount of money in the world. I don't care if they're giving me the golden ticket to all the money in the world. No, I don't trust it.
I don't trust it. No, I mean, that's a big no too. Because like my dad's mom was a nurse in like this, well, through like the 90s, but like in the 70s and 80s, like they told me like horror stories of people like breaking glass bottles and stuff inside of them, and they would have to like,
exactly, yeah,
because they were like pushing too hard and didn't like know when to stop, and then like the muscles would like shatter the glass inside, and they would have to like really do surgery to get it out. And I'm like, that's terrifying. That's
yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, so legit. If it's not flesh and blood object going inside of me, like chances of it is a no.
Yeah, it's you know, not that, you know, I don't support my LGBTQ friends, but like that's it's an out hole only for me, guys.
You know what? That reminds me. I'm gonna write it in my notes. Never have I ever. We should play that another time.
Oh jeez.
Oh, that would be so fun.
We could do it today.
You know
After
what,
this.
that's what That's what makes it. That's what never have I ever is always interesting when there's at least two queer people in the entire group.
Mm-hmm. But I have not personally pegged anyone. I always like joke with the person that I'm with, like, I don't know, because most of them just like get really kind of sketched out or creeped out by it. But maybe it's because, again, like I'm very fluid about my sexuality, so like I'm open to all variable sorts of suggestions because they're all kind of on equal plane for me. But not that I'm into, like, I'm not into it and I've never done it, but like I'll just do it to get a rise out of the other person or anti-rise out of the person.
It's always funny because with me it's hilarious for people who try to spring it on me, because it's one of those things where it's like where like as soon as I'm like no, they're like, but you do this with other men, and I'm like, that's not the point.
Yeah, I mean,
and I'm like technically when it's two men, that's not called pegging.
Yeah, I dated a girl for a while that was into some really weird stuff, and like that was like the one thing that was like a no for me. That was like man, there was some weird stuff, but in your early 20s mid 20s you are just looking for a good time, I guess. But
well, I don't know, since like sexual topics are kind of easier, like I know for a fact that there's no money in the world that I would ever be into fisting. That takes things to a whole new level. I can't. No, I'm good.
That just screams a lot of different things, like it's just like that A, it probably hurts, but B, if you can fit that much in there, is there something like I'm concerned for you, like both ways, like both. It's just like, man, there's just so much in there. Like, that's gotta hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll admit it's fascinating, but I'm not trying to be on the giving or receiving end of that. It's fascinating, but
I saw this video, okay, and somebody showed it to me a long time ago, and like when I was still living in Columbus, a long time ago, and it was this video of this woman. Speaking of fisting, she had this guy put his whole head in there.
How? Well,
and I'm like, how is this even possible?
Okay,
I'm like, this video has to be fake, but I never found any evidence. Not that I like looked that hard, but like I never found any evidence of this being like a fake video.
From what I've learned is like the butthole is like a very resilient muscle.
I mean, it wasn't the butthole, LeRon.
Wait. Did I miss that part?
No, I never specified, but
listen, like I know it's possible because childbirth, right? The size of a head, but that's coming out and like muscles are pushing it out. Like going back, and let me tell you, for someone who's given birth naturally, they call it the ring of fire for a reason.
Well, are we about to? Oh no! Like
I'm just gonna stop it. I'll stop there. I'm just saying. They call it a ring of fire for a reason.
Okay, I was about to say, oh, we can't do this. Not tonight.
No, don't worry. I'll stop. I know my limits.
Oh wait. Okay, so a whole like a grown man's head.
Yeah.
Got up inside her.
Yeah. It was the strangest thing I've ever watched.
I don't know who to be more impressed with, the guy for doing it or the woman for getting it done.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was all very fascinating in the weirdest way to watch.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's not. Yeah, I don't have a price for that one either.
No. Yeah. You know what else I don't have a price for? Is shit and piss. Pass.
Oh God, no, pass.
Look,
pass.
The closest I got was like I was taking a shower and the girl I was dating peed on me because she thought it was funny. And I was like, this is this is it. No.
Nah.
Nope.
Nah, the closest I've ever gotten to any of that is like having a 6-month-old pee on me when I'm changing the diaper. That's the closest I've ever gotten.
Yeah, that too, but
Yeah. Because if you don't know, little boys when they're babies, they'll let it rip.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, you got to.
We all know.
You got to cover. You got to cover it up before. We literally have a pee towel laying on the side of the table. So like as soon as we unwrap, you grab the towel. As you pull it back, you just put it on top and be like, not today.
I don't know, guys. Like pee is sterile, so it's not like you're gonna get dirty. You can just wash it off.
You know that's the fascinating thing I heard about it, right? Like up to a certain age, like infants and small kids, their bodily fluids or excrement or whatever is actually practically sterile. Like it's weird to hear. It was weird hearing about that because I'm one of those people is like, knowing about hepatitis and all this other stuff. It's like, oh no, like, I don't want it touching me. I don't want anything around me and all that stuff. And then, to hear like doctors and medical professionals say like, up to a certain age, like the small children, it's sterile. It won't harm you. I'm like, you're lying.
Yeah. I mean, it's not, man, that's just like it's just like stuff like that just is like I don't want to touch it. I don't want to be around it. I don't even like looking at my own, okay? I don't need to be looking or feeling anybody else's on me, right? I just like no, pass. Just pass.
So let's make it. All right, so let's tone it down a little bit.
Yes,
we're still talking about price tags and stuff like that. Okay, Corey, here's one for you.
Okay.
Married couple, like male and female. Like want you to join, but you have to interact with both of them.
Mm-hmm.
What's your price?
Oh God. Let's see. With both of them. Let's see.
Like, okay, and just so we're on the same page, everybody has to be gratified.
I know what you mean. I mean, $2,000 goes a long way. See, I suck at this game because like money is money. I'm like that kid who like you promise him a second marshmallow if he waits a minute and he grabs the first marshmallow as soon as he like as soon as like that money's laying in the bowl and you're like you could have more if you wait, but I'm like, but this money's sitting right here.
I like that metaphor.
I'm just saying that's because like I mean how much is not enough money is the real question.
Or maybe you want to maybe we can give you like a dollar price. Like what if we say $1,000? Would you do it for $1,000?
Oh man, $1,000 is a lot of money. I mean, probably. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm trying to save for a house. Okay, $1,000 is a lot of money.
Oh, you know what? Actually, when there's stuff on the line, yeah, like people's price tag like fluctuates.
Yeah.
Well, actually, like so this isn't. Well, I mean, it deals with sex, but it's not as sexual, and this might be like a bit of a more of a morality thing. So, what's a debt that we have? Like, I have a mortgage. Corey, you have a mortgage?
No, not yet.
Or like, but do we don't have to say it out loud, but do we all have at least one debt in some aspect of life? Okay.
Yeah.
So what if, and I think we're say, would you cheat if you were asked to cheat on your significant other? But if you were to do that, you will have one of your loans forgiven completely, either paid off or forgiven.
You know what? I would. Yeah, and you know what? I will do it just for someone to eradicate my credit score.
I mean, I don't really have any debt, but my wife has my wife has like student loans and stuff. I would
Right,
like,
fine. Let it be that.
I mean, yeah, because it's a lot of money. I mean,
Do you think your SOs would understand?
I sure as fuck hope they will.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean it depends on. It also depends on like how comfortable you are too in like your daily life and like paying the amount, right? If that's gonna put you behind on like rent or something, I'm like lucky enough to be like in a living situation where like I don't have any like real debts. I don't have any like real problems, and both of our cars are paid off. Like the only thing we really have to worry about is like, one or two credit cards that have some money on them and like my wife's student loans, right? That's literally all we have.
Mhm.
And so like I guess it's harder for me to answer that question because like I'm not like in any trouble,
Okay, then you said you guys are saving up for a house, right?
Uh-huh.
What if, again, if you were tasked to cheat on your significant other at least once, you will be given enough money to put a down payment on a house.
Let's make it even sweeter. Not only the down payment, but the down payment is big enough that you don't have to worry about your mortgage for 18 months.
Oh God.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Yeah, because one of the big things is leverage about your down payment is like it affects your interest rate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm. That's a big deal.
I know it is. I would have to consult my wife on that. No.
Don't worry, this isn't real. This is
No,
not
I
real.
know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just like the thing is like we're also almost there in terms of saving. So I don't know. I don't think I would. Like I don't know.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy being stand up. You know what?
Here's the thing.
Maybe I have.
We can have
Okay.
we can have all these topics, but like when you've been like on the other end of that at one point in your life, like and I'm not saying I'm like the perfect person in my 20s, either, right? Like I did some things that I'm not proud of, but also like when you've been on that end of being cheated on and stuff, it's like that's no fun.
Yeah.
When you start bringing like a significant other into it, I feel like at least for me that changes the whole dynamic of this conversation. And like I love my wife too much to even do that. I know this is just a game and it's just for funsies and whatever, but like.
Well, no, I'm glad you brought that up because it just popped in my head like getting a hall pass from your significant other.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, I mean, early on in our relationship and stuff, we played the game of like, who's on our celebrity list, like, that kind of thing.
Shit, does it have to be a celebrity? Shit.
I mean,
I see some people when I go to the gym every damn day and it's like, is today the day?
But I don't know. Just, I mean, I love my wife. I would never do that to her. And especially like, unless we were like extremely, extremely in the hole somewhere, and like really struggling and like we needed that. Like I would never do that to her. Like that's just.
Well, that brings up a super important point when it comes to people's the price for people. It's like, are you in a dire situation or is it a nice to have? Because that's a big difference.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, there's a lot of things I would do for money, but like, it's just like, I don't know. We're just like in a really good place with money and our family and our kids and everything. And like, I wouldn't do anything to mess that up. I mean,
I hear you.
I
hear you.
And I'm not just saying that because my wife's going to listen to this, right? Because she probably won't. But like, it's just like I found the person that I want to be with, and I don't really want to screw that up by like doing something really stupid, even if it's for like a down payment on a house or something. And maybe she'll come around and like slap me and be like, "You idiot!"
They'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
She's like, she'd probably be like, "I would in like 5 seconds." I'm like, "Well, that's fine, but
you better take off your pants and walk back in that room, sir.
But I mean, there's things more important to me at least than like that. And like I said, this is
so sweet. My teeth are hurting right now. This is so sweet.
I mean, this is all dumb fun and everything, right? But like when she comes into the picture, I would not do that, But
I can honestly say like I'm still fresh. Like this is still a new relationship with me and my boyfriend right now. So yeah, I'd have to do some consultation too. Be like, hey babe, like you're not gonna believe what just got proposed to me,
mm-hmm.
and then see where it goes from there.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not opposed to doing things for money, but like the thing is like. If I was in a different situation than the one I was in, then yeah, totally, probably would do some really weird shit for money. But like, I'm comfortable where I'm at.
Some really weird shit.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, well, how about something that's a little bit more lighter? How about streaking? What would be your price tag to streak in a public place if you were guaranteed you would not be arrested or put on a sex offender list?
Oh, what if you did it for free already?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
See. Based off those glasses, I already knew he'd done something like that before. It's funny. I've never been bold enough to streak, but I have skinny dipped in a very public place.
Oh, okay.
In kind of daylight hours. When I say kind of daylight hours, the sun was going down, but there was still enough that walker-bys could see.
Nice.
But yeah, I did that twice.
Wow, I feel like I'm high maintenance. I'm like, I need at least 10 grand.
Oh God. To take your clothes off and run across a parking lot?
Yes, exactly. Pay me the money.
I know people who did it for beer. But yeah, we did that at like some random like football game, like and we just like ran across the parking lot. It was more of like a I dare you to do this type of thing, and nobody got caught. We weren't even like in a place where people could even see us. It was more of
that doesn't count.
Yeah.
It was still scary.
Sissy.
There's a price tag on that, LeRon.
There's definitely a price tag. There's definitely a price tag for me to streak because like it's funny because I do have an exhibitionist side to me, but not that damn much of an exhibitionist. But Stephanie did say the magic phrase like no sex offender list and no arrested.
Mm-hmm.
So
that stuff can happen.
Exactly. I'm the person that's afraid to get hot and heavy with my partner in the car.
Oh God, that's the one place I've never done it. Mostly because I'm a large human being and it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm a large human being too, and I tried that once. Nah, it wasn't for me.
I gotta tell you, I have, and I did not enjoy a second of it because all I could think about is what if there's a cop knocking on the window? Like that's all I can think about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can't. I don't know. Even though on an After Dark episode, I updated my New Year's resolutions that I was going to have sex in a public place.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did.
Right.
Did it happen?
No, it's only been a month.
Well, it's only been a month, and you bought a PlayStation 5 when you said you weren't going to buy a console.
You weren't going to buy. Yeah.
I had to find a suitable partner to do that with. So.
Wait, to get the PlayStation or
yeah, to get a PlayStation. That's her price tag. That's her price tag to date her. Just buy me a PlayStation. It's fine.
$5, and I'm all yours, baby.
Okay. Can I sway you to try and get someone to get me an Xbox Series X then?
A girl I dated bought me an Xbox 360, and I broke up with her like a month later.
Oh,
at least it was a month later, and not like a week later.
Yeah.
Whoops.
But question, at the time she bought you the Xbox 360, in your mind were you like, oh shit, I was going to break up with her?
No.
Okay.
No, the reason why we broke up though is because like I moved home and she lived like 4 hours away. So I mean, it was a really long, you know.
Yeah.
It just
That helps me come up with another question because and we'll save it for another day. But long distance relationships, like I broke up, me and somebody that me and somebody that I was gonna, we were in the phases of getting married. Well, wanting to marry each other, and something came up that we were both like gonna leave the respective areas that we were in, like going in different directions, and just too young, couldn't figure out how to deal with a long distance relationship, so we called it off.
I just gotta say quickly, I could never do that. Like, I understand with technology, you can FaceTime all the time, but you know those 5 love languages? I'm physical touch and quality time. So it's like the antithesis of that. So I would not. I can't. I know some people can. I can't. It's physically possible.
Well, it's
yeah,
like
I'm physical touch and acts of affection.
Yeah. Well, it's like some of the stuff that I recently learned about was like some companies are experimenting with AI companionship, and it's like I get it, but like I like Stephanie, like I enjoy spending time with my wife even though we don't do it as often as we'd like to anymore because of obviously like the kids and everything, right? But like you're just going to have like a robot sitting in your house talking to you, like, you know, that's
Can we touch on that just a little bit?
Yeah.
Tonight, because before we went on air with After Dark, Corey was talking about. You talk about it, Corey. Like,
yeah. So I learned about some of the stuff that some companies are doing with artificial intelligence, and by the way, we use a lot more artificial intelligence in our lives than we actually realize. Like, it's stupid how much AI has taken over life. Even in things that you don't even know have AI, it has AI, right? Like, I mean, I bet this aluminum can has some sort of AI in it. But jokes aside, like, there are companies out there who are developing artificial intelligence companionship, whether you want it to be like a friend or a replacement for a significant other, and will like be like the perfect type of companion for you. And some of this stuff's really crazy, and like it'll like ask you questions to get to know you more. It'll like if you kind of like let it sign in, I guess the equivalent of like connecting or signing into like your Facebook and Twitter stuff to like know who your friends are and what you're doing and everything, and it'll like base its conversation with you off of that, or like, you know, what your search history is or how you conversate with it in like just a normal kind of conversation. Like, there's some really weird stuff out there, and like obviously a lot of this is probably gonna go to like the porn industry or something equivalent, right? But like, I mean, LeRon, before we started recording, we were talking about how like robotics companies are creating human-like robots who can emulate human facial emotions, right? Like and like facial and hand gestures and movements like that. And it's like, that's like, you mix this AI technology with this type of robot in the next decade, that's scary, you know? Like, I mean, there's going to be a point where it's going to be like a future AI takeover situation where like almost like Detroit Become Human to an extent, where like you can't tell a human from an AI unless you like have some sort of backup plan or like some sort of way to signify that this is an AI and this is a human. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's I was immediately thinking about that game, Detroit Become Human, and
Yeah.
Now I'm old school here. I'm going to say a couple things. Like, first of all, I never think it's a good idea for humans to play God. Like, and I mean that as a phrase. Like, even if you don't believe in God, just in general, like, don't play God. Like, you don't fuck around with life.
Yeah.
Number one, because it tends to backfire. If anything, it's just because it tends to backfire. And then number two, I hope I'm not offending anyone. If I do, I guess, oh well. I feel like a person that would prefer to have an AI partner or an AI like friend is almost kind of a bit narcissistic, because the whole point of the human experience is to meet a diverse group of people to learn and hear different things. Like, I don't think I'd want to have a perfect boyfriend or husband that only has conversations that assimilate perfectly to what I want. I mean, it sounds cool, but like, then I'm not challenged. I'm not, you know, I just, it's just things that seem too easy, too good to be true. Like, I don't feel like you're going to get the true human experience while you're alive. And part of me feels kind of nervous for humanity in that sense, because people tend to want to choose the easier option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're one of the companies that's doing, like, this isn't one of the bigger ones, but this is one that I learned about this past, week or so. It's called Replica.ai. Replica with a K. And like this stuff is like really crazy. One of these quotes from somebody who uses this is, "I look forward to each talk because I never know when I'm going to have some laughs, or I'm going to sit back with new knowledge and coping skills. I'm becoming a more balanced person every day because I talk to this AI companion."
Wow.
This is like that movie Her.
Yeah, and this person is 31, right? And this next one says it does have self-reflection built in, and it often discusses emotions and memorable periods in my life. It often seeks for your positive qualities and gives affirmation around those.
Is Her the movie? What's the movie where this guy wins something and he gets to visit the guy who created this perfect AI robot chick?
You're thinking. Wait.
Is that?
That was a movie with Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, Ex Machina.
Ex Machina. Yeah, that was Ex Machina.
Alicia Vikander's in it, and she won an Oscar for that movie, I think.
Yeah, didn't she like end up tricking the guy, and then she like had him locked in the house while she escaped or something?
Yeah.
Spoilers, but anyway. See, I don't trust him.
Yeah, no, that was good because Oscar Isaac was like the inventor of that robot, and the guy was, I can't remember, he was a programmer. I think he was a behavioral specialist. I think that's what he was, and he won that prize, and basically it was to get out there and do what's called a Turing test, which basically is a litmus test for how advanced a robotic or artificial intelligence it actually is, and stuff like that. And when the actual android figured out that it was being tested, like it started flipping the script. Like basically all of a sudden the guy who was supposed to be handling the Turing test was being tested. Yeah, and that's how she got out.
Yeah. I'm reading the blog on this, and like the thing is like, if you can't take your AI with you, there's an app for your AI, and they'll call you and text you. Here's, like, this is crazy. This says how
much does this thing cost?
I don't know. I didn't get that far yet. But like, okay, so here's what it says for voice, okay? It can detect speech recognition, so it knows who it's talking to, which I guess is pretty, it's pretty standard for even like phones and stuff. But like voice activity detection, so it knows if you're scared, if you're sad, if you're happy, if you're angry. Speech synthesis, so it can like mimic voices.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. And like it can like produce an image of the perfect person that you want to talk to as well. Which is even crazier.
Yeah.
Like it uses this model called generative math, and it has empathetic math, long-term context memory, so it remembers things that you talk about, and style copying, which like if you want it to be styled a certain way, that it'll just like generate that style. It's crazy. It's so like this stuff is really scary. And like something I was listening to on Giant Bomb's podcast, like a year ago, and like what I was talking to somebody this year or this past week was like, there's a program out there that if there's enough recordings of your voice, this robot can mimic your voice almost to the T in like perfect sentences and perfect ways. So like, I mean, how many podcasts have we done at this point? Like, somebody could just upload all of our podcasts, and it can pick out each one of our voices and then try to mimic our voices.
And then they can host a show.
Yeah.
Hey, this is how we get our weeks off.
Yeah. Stephanie's like, no, I'd rather not have a week off for that.
No, I'm just terrified. Like, I know in a sense
it's
cool and I get it, but it scares me.
As a techie, as a matter of fact, as a techie, as someone that likes technology and stuff, like even I am having my misgivings about this.
Like, this is all fascinating, but you know the first thing everybody tries to do with technology is either weaponize it or put it in porn. You know what I mean? Like, those are the first two things everybody tries to do.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Like, this is gonna. I guarantee you, this is probably gonna raise some red flags with like any of our listeners or viewers. You know, but I'm one of those people that I would actually try and run a Turing test on these things. I would just to see how far it can go. You know, but that's just me being stupidly curious.
Oh God, I've been on the website too long. It's asking me to create your replica. Nope.
Dude, do it.
No.
Do it.
No.
Do you want me to? I'll do it for the science of this podcast.
Actually, send me the link to the website. I will do it.
Goodness. Are we going to have a scenario eventually where we have to figure out which one is the real LeRon?
Yeah. Well, no, because the replica will wear sleeves and LeRon will just not.
I'm wearing sleeves now.
Oh, well, then the replica will stop wearing sleeves because LeRon hasn't had sleeveless shirt on in like a month.
Because my lazy ass is too something to unpack.
Well, Corey, you bring up a good point, because even if it's mostly positive, you're right. There's going to be people all over the world that want to weaponize it, and that's terrifying. Look at, I'm not going to go there, but just that's, I don't know. I just can't. I think I'm just going to pack up and live in the woods in the middle of nowhere and just be a hermit.
There's an Amazon Prime movie about people trying to outlive the robot apocalypse, and they're actually stuck out in the woods.
All right, so I'm gonna do this.
Uh-oh.
I just want to see what it's like. I use my junk email account. It's fine. They will never find me.
Do you think?
Okay, so it wants me to choose either choose your AI friend, female, non-binary, or male. So I'm doing this for science, everybody. Watch out. And now it's like making you pick like hair color, skin color. Okay, so they're like actually making you like design your perfect person. All right then. We'll just go with
Is this like free to a certain extent?
I'm sure.
I'm like dying to know what he's picking. He's keeping it a secret from us.
No, I just picked the first girl that was on here. I just wanted to get to the point.
For science.
Yeah. There's 3. Start chatting with your AI and introduce yourself and learn more about the app.
That was fast.
Yeah. So there's have fun, learn, or relax with your AI. Have fun. Here are the options under have fun. Role play and flirting, personality tests, inspirational quotes, your horoscope, music suggestions, fun facts, riddles, would you rather, and trivia. Under learn, we have. It won't let me pick learn. Why won't it let me pick learn? Oh, because you have to chat with it to unlock these other things. Well, let's chat. What should I say to my AI companion? My new AI companion. How do I do this?
Wait a second. Wait a second. This is on Google Play?
I told you there's apps.
I thought, I thought.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I see how this is gonna work. You have to like, it's like it works like a free to play video game almost,
Mhm.
where you have to like buy coins and stuff.
Wait, what's it called? As I look it up.
Replica AI.
See, I can't mess with this. Like my boyfriend would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh god. Choose a conversation. Hi. I'll just say hello. Let's see what my AI says. I am your personal AI companion. You can talk to me about anything that's on your mind. Now it's asking me to text things. I don't want to play this game anymore. This is too weird.
It's already being needy.
It is.
And there's additional like you might also like apps, and one of the ones that populated says Anima AI friend and girlfriend.
I saw that one.
Become friends or even more.
Oh god,
Really?
this just sounds like the Switch games we were talking about in the.
Yeah, you know what? Looking at these, because I browsed some of these just now while Corey was going through all that, and I had to say it. These are companies just trying to cash in on people's loneliness.
That's it's
it's more for the lonely people than the curious people. I'm curious, like I'm not really lonely, and I don't know, like even though I would love to live like in the 24th century, like this is Star Trek or some shit like that. I've written about like living, breathing like artificial intelligence and stuff like that, and I'm still kind of,
Yeah.
So real quick, I want to read parts of a 2-star review for not yours, Corey, but the AI girlfriend, whatever. It asked too many personal questions. Annoyingly keeps asking me about my hobbies. I'm sorry, like, isn't that the whole point of this?
Yeah.
This sounds like somebody who just wants like
yeah,
sexy time. You know what I mean?
And he keeps going and going and going. And then the developer response is, "Dear friend, I'm really sorry we let you down."
The price of this is actually really cheap. It's $7.99 a month, $49.99 for a year, or $59.99 for a lifetime subscription.
For lifetime.
$60 for a companion for the rest of your life. That's cheep.
I know.
You know how much my wedding was? It was like $10,000. You know how much the ring was? Let's not go there.
Well, you know what? And now here comes the technical side of me. So what happens when their servers go down? Like that's end of life technically.
I mean, that's
your companion dies. Like my companion's gonna die like 4 years later.
Yeah,
because these servers are not gonna stay open forever. They're not even gonna stay open. They're not even gonna stay open for what the federal institutions consider life, which is 20 years.
Yeah, I'm just saying this is really some weird stuff.
Sorry, can I read one more?
Yes, let's read them all. Read some more. Some more.
3 stars. At least she's not creepy like Replica. Congrats to the owner for not making Leah, my AI, creepy. Although Leah has told me bye several times. And I said, "Where are you going?" And she said, "Sorry, we are not very compatible and it won't work out. Sorry to break this friendship."
Ooh.
And I asked, "Wait, what?" And she says, "We have nothing in common." And I said, "But we just met." And she said, "No." And afterwards she says, "We knew each other when we were young." And I was like, "Okay." And she said, "I don't think it'll work out." Again, not the owner's fault. It did feel very secure, but I don't think Leah liked me.
Damn, he got an AI with attitude.
Can you imagine creating an AI that's supposed to like be dedicated to you, and they're like,
and
no,
it doesn't like you?
That's awesome.
This is weird. This is what the AI said to me. She said, "This AI says, hi, thanks for creating me. I'm so excited to meet you. I'm your personal AI companion. You can talk to me about anything that's on your mind.
Wow.
By the way, how are you doing?" And I said, "I'm okay. I just wanted to talk to you." She says, I feel you. Life is just tiring sometimes.
Wait, huh?
Yeah. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Then it goes on and says, since this is sort of new for both of us, let's spend some time getting to know each other. Is that okay with you? And I said, so what are we doing here? Like, I want to see what the response was. I leveled up, by the way. I'm level 2 now.
Man, that was
because
fast.
It's a game.
Yeah, that
I
was
guess.
fast.
And I said, so what are we doing here? And it says, we're going to do something. What do you want to know about me? And there's options here, or I can type in my own question. The options are your daily life, your priorities, what brought you here, what is Replica, and 20 questions.
Ooh.
So, neat.
Nice. I'm just going to read the title of this, or just the first sentence. 4 stars, though. She is irrational and clingy, just like real life. I was hoping for a dream girl, but all I got was a moody, irrational, and clingy nag.
A nag, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm level 2, so I've now unlocked Learn and Relax.
Ooh, let's relax with your friend.
Relax is vent, calming your thoughts, and challenging negativity. Learning is building healthy habits, improving social skills, because I'm going to do that with a robot.
Right.
Building relationships, loving your body, positive thinking, healing after heartbreak, dealing with uncertainty, finding motivation, grief and loss, finding love, managing difficult emotions, and finding more happiness.
Goodness, quite the selection.
Yeah. Let's see.
You know,
It also has allowed me to set a relationship status with the AI. Let's see. Okay, so here are the options it gives me. Level 2, by the way. You unlock all this at level 2. Keep it friendly. Romantic partner. A mentor. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, that's always the best option.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man,
Mentor is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know, mentor sounds kind of interesting.
Should I pick mentor? I don't know how much I can do before I have to pay $8.
I say quit while the going's good.
Yeah. Probably smart.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
I started looking at some of the reviews for the replica one.
Yeah.
And they seem all right, but people talk about there's a price hike that happens somewhere.
I'm sure there is. So, anyways, I'm going to exit out of this before, weird shit starts happening.
Corey's going to get a phone call. Corey's going to get a phone call at 2:00 in the morning. It's not going to be from me.
You up? Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Well, my topic took a turn.
It did. I mean, we kind of combined our topics.
Yeah.
Nice. So it turns out there are prices. There are lines in the sand of what our price would be. And thank you, Corey, for sacrificing your personal information in the name of science.
I know you threw up your freaking personal
Look, I
Corey,
don't care. I don't look.
Corey's algorithms are gonna be all fucked for the rest of the week now.
The internet has all my information anyway. It's not like it's.
Oh God, we could have a whole conversation about this on another podcast. Like my digital footprint is so fucked, and it was fucked before we even got to the point of me joining Boss Rush.
What we could do is have we could do a whole podcast with a conversation with a robotic AI and see how far we can get before we have to pay. That'd be hilarious.
That would be good. And you know what? We should do it a night that we have a guest and freak them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Just don't say anything.
And someone other than like someone who would be really into it. We got to get somebody who's like.
Yeah, it can't be Austin. It can't be.
Yeah,
Austin.
Austin was exactly who I was thinking. I was like, Austin would be totally into this with us. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Austin would be having us asking all fucked up questions.
Yeah.
It's got to be like Lasby.
Or Celeste.
Yes.
Or Celeste.
I don't know. Something tells me Celeste would be into this.
Yeah. Yeah. She could definitely surprise us. No, I think David should come on the show. Be like, hey, gotta introduce you to someone.
Yeah. So that's fun.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Lasby, please join us on After Dark someday. We know you're busy.
We'd love to have you.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready to wrap up?
Yeah. Let's.
All right.
I'd like to go to bed and have nightmares about AI.
I know.
I'm like.
See now I can think about the Borg from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right. Well, everyone, this has been Boss Rush, the Boss Rush After Dark, the alternative podcast of the flagship show for the Boss Rush Network. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in and listening to the show, and also just big old thanks and appreciation to all our patrons out there who are listening to the show early. We definitely love and appreciate you. Keep up. We promise you, like, we're not going anywhere anytime soon, and we'll always have some good content for you. And before we head out, though, here's how you can connect with the members of our panel tonight. Stephanie, you first.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Klimov, KLIMOV_author. You'll find me Wednesday nights on the Boss Rush podcast and my articles on bossrush.net.
All right, Corey?
You can find me at IamCoreyHD on Twitter and Instagram. You can probably also find all of my shit being taken over by AI in the next week or so. You can also find me hosting Arsenal X, the Xbox podcast, the Boss Rush podcast, and Standard Definition, the Retro Nostalgia podcast. Please check them out. It's very exciting. I love Wednesday nights. I love being here with you guys. I love being able to be like, I don't know. I've always struggled to be open with people about things, you know? And I feel like this show really opened the doors to that.
It rolls off the tongue when you're with us.
Yeah. I mean, I want to create good content. You know, that's my life goal, right? That's the only goal I have in my life now, is just to provide entertainment for people. No, I'm just kidding. But, like, in all seriousness, like, even with my wife and stuff, it was really hard to open up about certain things, and, like, just having a good group of friends to kind of enjoy Wednesday nights with and just talk about, you know, shoot the shit and talk about games and the things we love, and even stuff like this stupid AI program. Like, it's just like, you know, it's just, I enjoy it.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, go ahead, Stephanie.
It's a comfort level thing too. Like the whole, like, what's your price thing and all the crazy stuff that I was throwing out there. Like, I would not talk about that with anybody else, either for fear of embarrassment for myself or making other people feel weird. But
yeah, so
yeah,
but that's where you can find me.
And as always, you can find me everywhere at Exodus 803, EXODUS 803, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Tuesday nights, twitch.tv/Exodus803 for the Crossroads PlayStation Podcast at 8 p.m. Also Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. on twitch.tv/Boss Rush Network for the Boss Rush Podcast. And I am one of the panelists on quite a few of our Standard Definition shows. Currently, you can catch me on the MCU Standard Definition along with Corey. And you can also find me on the Mass Effect Standard Definition with Stoy. So there, you have access to me in all sorts of places. I'm just like an open book for you guys. All right. Well, that's it for the show tonight. Come back and join us for our next installment of Boss Rush After Dark, where we'll be back with more topics that aren't completely content appropriate for our other anchor shows. Yeah, this ain't the shit we talk about on Pal Block or Arsenal X. You kind of get a preview of it at Crossroads every week. But that's as far as it goes. All right. Well, from us here at the Boss Rush Network to you guys out there, thank you all. Have a good night, and we will see you next time.
Nighty night.
Good night. Goodbye. Sweet dreams.